This particular Family Dollar, you can see the sign out here, temporarily closed. One of hundreds across the South closed because of that rat infestation. Investigators still on the scene. This is a couple hours after that crash was reported at 3 o'clock. I want to give you a close look at what this scene looks like.
Within the last 15 minutes, we learned that it was a woman who was shot and killed here this morning in Horn Lake on Goodman Road. The scene is still very active. This police investigation right now. That is the SUV that Horn Lake police tell us was involved. We've seen bullet holes in the driver's side. Just how dangerous all of that ice forming on the trees can be. Take a look at this. This is on top of someone's home.
To go all around the fair here this morning and get you looking at everything else that you can see. And I'm going to let this baby finish up. Guys, back to you.
Adorable. We want one.
Its roof not only ripped off, but then thrown across the street. You can see a massive pile of it here. This is the roof there from the fire department. And some roads are closed because of this winter storm. Troopers blocking on-ramps on the interstate. You can see there are snow plows here on the roads as well. We'll have more on the conditions on this side of the bridge.
This deadly shooting we now know, and the evidence of it is still very clear. Just this car alone, we counted at least 10 different evidence markings. We do know that after that horrific attack by the family's two dogs, that the mother was taken here to Regional 1 in critical condition. Again, working to learn if that's improved at all this morning. Of course, hoping so. Chainsaws slicing through dozens of downed trees again, this time many of them falling onto homes here in Germantown. There are still the emergency vehicles right here. They look like they're about to get ready to leave any moment now. Yeah, the recovery efforts have really picked up right now. We now have a dive team that is in the water, and this is the scene that the family tells me they wanted to see. Now, Rise triples the savings for its participants, up to $3,000. But what about other savings options? You know, if you go on social media right now, you will see things like this. Some pretty enticing offers. And they've got plenty here where you can win sharks, other animal, I don't know what this thing is, a mouse maybe, but there are plenty of prizes.
Gunfire erupting in the middle of the night. Bullets flying into Josh Wiley's bedroom here at the High Point Apartments on North Highland in East Memphis.
The moment that first bullet flew in, I said, holy sweet Jesus. I said, there's no way that this is happening to me again.
The shooting early Friday morning coming moments after he saw thieves trying to break into his Hyundai Santa Fe, he says, for the fourth time this summer.
I'm like a Wendy's combo, you know, 4 for 4.
Friday's attempt woke Wiley from his sleep.
And I just cracked the blinds. I literally just went, and then they opened fire. So I dove out of the way, and I had to army crawl around my floor. Like I was army crawling on the ground because they were still firing after that, you know?
He dodged most of the bullets, getting grazed by one on his leg.
These are 2 bullet slugs that were, one of these was stuck in the wall.
Wiley sharing these pictures of the aftermath exclusively with Fox 13. The window of his car busted, bullets stuck in his walls, bullet holes and shattered glass in his bedroom window.
They were absolutely willing to take my life and have no remorse about it whatsoever.
The shooting, the last straw for Wiley. He's now moving out of Memphis.
I'm tired. There's really no other way to say it. I'm sick of this. I'm not going to try my luck and give these folks a chance to bust a cap in me while I'm in my bed again, you know.
In East Memphis, Carolyn Cerda, Fox 13 News. A busy intersection.
This is a dangerous street here.
Even scary for those who live near Winchester Road and Castleman Street.
See what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm talking about. This is the Indianapolis 500 around here.
Terry Canady says he sees drivers speeding through the area every day, along with kids walking to and from school.
Every day they just fly through here. You know, if they had crossing guards at that corner, the little girl wouldn't have to cross away from the light.
Wednesday afternoon, a Wooddale Middle School student was hit and killed while trying to cross Winchester. Memphis police say she was not on the crosswalk.
My immediate response first is as a parent, because we we can never imagine these types of things happening, and so our hearts are heavy for the family.
Jaquel Rogers with Green Dot Public Schools, Tennessee, says the district is not only providing counseling and emotional support to the students and staff after the tragedy, but it's also now pushing for more traffic safety.
I think what we would love to see is a little more support from the police department to deter speeding.
While there are speed bumps and signage immediately surrounding the campus, at this busy intersection, there are no signs to indicate there's not one, but 3 schools nearby.
We would absolutely love to get some flashing lights that say this is a school zone. Crossing guards would be amazing. And if not crossing guards, like I said, PSTs often come and help with traffic.
The community calling on city leaders, law enforcement, and their neighbors to do their part and potentially save another life.
We are asking all citizens who drive this way, look out for students.
In Parkway Village, Carolyn Cerda, Fox 13 News. Mangled metal, snapped branches, and downed power poles. Homes completely torn apart. Amid the sights and sounds of destruction, efforts Saturday morning to pick up the pieces.
It's just surreal, you know, everything you've worked. We've lived in this house 44 years, and, you know, everything we worked for and paid for, it's gone. It's gone.
Teresa Blankenship and her husband still in shock. They jumped into action Friday night when they saw this, a tornado headed straight for their home.
I looked up and you could see it looked like it was probably a mile wide.
They had just enough time to hop into their underground storm shelter.
We got in it and rode it out. It probably lasted a minute, 2 minutes.
The tornado not only destroyed Teresa's home, but also flipped over her brand new car here and ripped the trees in her yard from their roots.
Toppled trees lined nearly every road in town, along with utility crews working to restore power and volunteers cleaning up or collecting donations for those who lost everything.
At this point in time, we're still in search and rescue.
Covington's awesome. We're the best little town ever. You know, it's just everybody pulls together, and we're just thankful to be alive. Just thankful to be alive.
In Covington, Carolyn Cerda, Fox 13 News. The early morning sounds of birds chirping in this Germantown neighborhood disrupted in the darkness Wednesday by a thief.
I saw him on the camera right after, just as I was awakening this morning, and so called it in, and he started out in the front seat and then moved to the rear seat and then was in the rear hatch.
Bert Hayes shared this Ring video with me, showing a thief rummaging through his daughter's car in his driveway for several minutes, packing up what he could, until he called police.
Was here for several minutes and was still here when the police arrived and chased him. He jumped the fence right there and then went into the backyard and then ended up ultimately in the storm sewer under the street.
Neighbors tell me police think the suspect hopped into this drainage ditch, then walked underneath the roadway here, and then popped up on the other side of those homes in the distance.
We were live on Good Morning Memphis when, after 2 hours of searching, Germantown police spotted the suspect again a couple blocks away, this time capturing him. Our cameras rolling as officers loaded the man into an ambulance after making the arrest. Hayes says the man stole from his daughter's car and other cars in the neighborhood.
He was just going up and just seeing if cars were unlocked. He wasn't, to my knowledge, breaking windows, and so he was just looking for opportunity and happened to find her. Lock your cars. Be alert. Don't always assume it's a cat when your Ring camera goes off.
In Germantown, Carolyn Cerda, Fox 13 News.